So you stated that art is a spiritual practice, a ritual, something that you follow, not something that you invent. Do you feel that art finds you?
From within.
From within.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you something manifests itself somehow?
You know, everything is a channeled process. You know, I can't say what's going to happen from day to day, but I wake up really early in the morning and breathe deeply and sort of know what I'm going to do. You know, try to get in tune with what I'm about to do that day and all the things, all the obligations I have and whatnot. But I never really plan anything. It just kind of happens, and the changes in my work are very spontaneous and, you know, come from every corner of the universe and travels and materials that I'm given or discovered. And
So you stated that you recite mantras sometimes.
when I make the marks with the back of the brush,
What mantras are you reciting?
various ones,
Different ones?
not divulging.
And
Hindu usually, but I also do a lot of, you know, Christian ones as well.
oh, okay. And some in Sanskrit?
Well, the Hindu ones are, yeah,
So
originally.
do you believe your pieces could be healing then?
I have no, I don't believe, I just hear what people tell me, and a lot of people tell me there's a lot of joy in their life because of it, or women who are pregnant want to buy a painting and hang it in front of the baby when it's born. There was,
Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, you seem to have a gratitude attitude. So,
well, as I once was told, gratitude is what sustains success. I mean, we
believe
all
that.
take everything for granted, so
Yeah.
even on your worst day, you have what to be grateful for.
I
You're
agree.
God, what a time we live in.
Yeah, it's a decision.
Not that it's ever been easy, you know, but maybe it's, as we mature in life, people around us go through more stuff or something. I don't know, it just seems like the last few years have been very full of hard to process events.
Opportunities arise from sometimes bad situations too.
Sometimes, you know, I
And
think
it-
everything's a blessing in disguise, or not always so disguised.
And would you say your spiritual side comes from your grandparents?
It just comes from the universe. I can't attribute it to one
Okay.
thing. It wasn't something that was forced on me, or, you know, it's just, I grew up in a lot of places, and we lived in Hawaii a lot when I was a kid, and I was around all kinds of spiritual things.
So maybe it's in nature too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the thrills of being on this planet, nature.
And then, which is your favorite home?
I like everything the same, equally. I mean, they all are amazing, or I wouldn't be involved. I'm usually the most involved with the most recent one, and my castle in Great Barrington is taking up a lot of my time and consciousness, and it's, you know, the changes have been very rapid, and it's been wonderful. The one before is still exciting, and we're working on the outside, and they're just always projects and, you know, developments, and I collect things constantly wherever I go, and it's fun to work with those things, and it enters into my work, and then I do these installation projects in museums, and I like the idea of the artist's environment as part of the work.
Right. It's a whole.
The whole,
The whole thing.
yeah, there's the whole experience is a word that they've been using a lot.
So
connection to what I do.
is that where a lot of the Gothic furniture is going to live?
Most of the Gothic is in the homes.
Mm-hmm.
Have some really good pieces at the castle and at the armory,
Mm-hmm.
and in Louisiana.
Yeah, the armory is a big deal.
It's big.
Can you tell me about the monkey's eye?
Well, I call this the guardian paintings. I had monkeys as pets for many years. You can't anymore.
What were some of their names?
Shanti. I can't even remember, it's so long ago. I remember because I gave one to Guru Mai and I called her Lakshmi or something. I can't remember what the name I gave her, but she changed the name when I presented the monkey.
Addison Meiser had a monkey too. Did you know that?
No, but lots of people used to.
Yeah.
It was fairly common.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they weren't hard to acquire, but people didn't take it. Anyway, we won't go into it. They're very difficult to maintain.
And like as are birds.
Birds are a little bit easier. Monkeys are very wild.
They move a lot.
They move a lot, and getting their diet right is hard, and they have all the worst qualities of humans. One of mine used to steal my paint brushes and run all over the house with them and knock things off the wall that I just restored. And they were cute. I had a little ball that had a bell in it, and if I held it up and rang it, they'd come jump to my shoulders. And they like to they'd take women's jewelry off of them and run.
Shiny things.
They loved my hedgehog. They used to get on my shoulders and pet my hedgehog.
I was thinking the reason that women love jewelry is because it's when we were hunter-gatherers, the women would probably be picking the berries. So that's why we love jewelry now. So that's probably why the monkey likes shiny things too.
Well, there weren't very many in those days.
And then, how many birds do you have now?
I'm down to 8.
I
I've
know you've
relocated.
had
I've had up to 100.
Yeah, I thought it was like 60
And
or 100.
when I moved here, I had to pare down quite a bit.
So where did they go?
Oh, they went to a wonderful sanctuary. In fact, the owner was coming here. It has the best medical facility of it. And one of my ancient birds was blind, and they made it see again through an operation.
Wow.
Just provided a level of medical care that I don't have access to.
And where is this sanctuary?
It's in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So you can visit them.
I haven't been able to yet, but I could.
You could. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Do you want to ask something else? I don't feel like we've
Well, can you tell me something?
perhaps. Should we talk about the source of my inspiration? I mean, I'm starting to do sculpture and glass
Yes, the
and
glass,
bronze
the
and
glass bunnies
mosaics
are
and
new. And what is your newest
light boxes.
light boxes? And then the glass bunnies.
Yes, the blown glass, and then bronze, cast bronze. Anyway, I'm doing a big, huge project, well, a very large project for me, at the San Antonio Horticultural Botanical Garden.
Okay. And is that a big piece?
The whole thing is filled with the work. Yeah, it's going to be many big pieces.
Many big pieces.
Yeah.
Almost.
It's the first big sculpture show I will ever have.
And this will be glass and bronze?
It's going to be a lot of things, all kinds of new things that I haven't done before.
Okay.
Big, piece, 22-foot mosaic sculptures, and, it's a major project.
And what's the name of this project?
New project, San Antonio. I can't remember. I can tell you the title of my new book
Oh,
is
yes.
Spirited Homes,
Spirited Homes,
which will come out in September.
September. And where's your first book signing?
Not sure yet.
Okay. And how many books do you have so far?
Oh gosh, 15 maybe.
Okay.
I have the butterfly book, just new as well.
Okay. Very
A lot of them are out of print.
Oh, so if you have one, it's very special.
Yeah, sometimes you can buy them on Amazon.
I'm gonna have to look. What else?
So I'm also preparing for a lot of shows in Europe. I'm having a big show in Vienna next September, and one in Hamburg, and one in London, and I have shows now in Houston, Dallas, New Orleans, and Florida, Naples, Florida, and just many, many, many things coming up. I'm always preparing for shows and projects and
And what did you when you rest?
I work with healers, and I have a lymphatic person that I'm working with tonight. When I rest, I just breathe and meditate and, have fun at the houses. I like working, I like painting. Fortunately, I like painting. It's the only way I feel like I'm really fulfilled. And the larger the piece, the more satisfying. Because I've done some very large scale works. I had a 80-foot mural in the World Trade Center for the Port Authority, which is no longer there.
I saw that. It's beautiful.
And I have the Bryant Park Grill piece, which I did when it was opening. And Brendan Gill wrote a piece in the New Yorker called Miracle on 42nd Street. That was great that I got to meet him. And then I did the Hamilton in Washington, which is a big 50-foot, and then the rest of the room and other pieces. So I really enjoy doing large-scale installations. I just did a show at the Rothko Museum in Latvia, which was an installation and a show at the National Gallery in Lithuania, which I did not go to. But prior to that, I'd been to Kazakhstan, St. Petersburg, the Ukraine, to Kiev and Odessa, which I just adored. They were in old palaces that were the national galleries.
I was wondering if you were going to start collecting homes in Europe.
I don't really like to travel that much, but
you travel a
I
lot.
have. I hadn't really much since COVID. I used to spend a week a month in Louisiana, and I don't spend that much time there anymore. I mean, I spent some. I was just there for a week and a few days again recently. But I'm just starting to travel for shows again. So it's been a weird, interesting couple of years. It's led to a lot of new things and changes.
I do like the gold with the bunnies.
Oh, thanks.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I just saw one in East Hampton on the house tour
Where?
for the East Hampton Historical Society.
Oh, right. You sent me the picture.
Yeah, I was at a designer's home. That one.
Right, I remember. Yeah.
That one's really beautiful.
I'm never sure it's you when Texas doesn't have a name.
We'll have to save me in there.
Huh?
We'll have to save my name in there.
Is that why it doesn't show? I never know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
And then a friend recently bought a piece, and they had to use a large crane. So I'll show you that.
Oh, what kind of a piece?
It's one of the birds. It's very similar to this, but
Why did they have to use a crane?
Because the piece was so large, and they had to get it.
Just recently?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
In Boca Raton. I'll show you.
In Boca Raton.
I'll show you the video, but it's a large piece like that.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm saying?
Because we just sent another one to the Hamptons.
Oh,
Huge.
Same person.
No. All unrelated.
Yeah. And
So
then
that's nice that some people are starting to accommodate the really big pieces.
I'm seeing them all over the place. I go
That's
to
great.
friends' homes and they're there, and I'm like, oh, it's the comfortability. I
we were
love
gonna-
your,
Go
I
ahead.
love your pieces just because they make me happy.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that's why I thought perhaps they were healing.
I think they are.
Yeah,
I mean, that's my goal.
yeah.
But I don't plan it. It just somehow comes through.
It sort of reminds you to be grateful when I see one of your paintings.
Oh, good.
So.
It's a hard thing to remember. We all complain about it.
Sometimes. I mean,
But even at the worst moment, if you just start to count all the things that you forget, It's just so much. It's
I
unbelievable.
learned gratitude from my neighbors in
Yeah.
St. Martin. They only had 3 walls. They didn't have the 4th wall. And I was unhappy that day. And I thought to myself, if my neighbors can be happy with 3 walls, why can't I be happy with 4?
Well, exactly. No, we're just so fortunate. It's unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of, it's not every. Anyway, it's all great.
Yeah, it is.
And I've been going to St. Patrick's every day for Mass, which is,
Beautiful.
it just, the more you go, the more it reveals it's spiritual.
Do you go to St. John's?
No, I have not. I've once. This is all new since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But I really get a lot out of it. It's helpful too. I
Even
go
just-
be right before I go out. at
Even
night.
just the architecture.
Well,
is
it's
peaceful.
great. It never. I mean, it's wildly impressive, but it's such a privilege to have it close
Mhm.
that I can actually go, and it's terrific. It's just a great way to resonate with
Right.
the universe and clear up some daily stuff that goes on. Anyway, so that's been a wonderful new thing for me.
Very good. So-
Great.
Well, thank you for your time.
Oh,
I know
thank
it's
you.
precious. That's why I tried to cut it off a little bit early.
Good.
Just-
Yeah, I
was
know. My paint
mindful-
dries as I speak.
Mindful of your time, that's all.
So where are you headed now?
I'm headed to the airport.
Oh, really? You going to Palm Beach?
I'm gonna go to Miami for the night,
Oh, really?
because it was $200 less to fly into Miami than,
Okay.
here, I'll turn this up.